What is up, my sexy spiritual rebels? I'm here with my boy James Adams.
Yes, sir.
Fresh off the plane from Argentina. For the last 3 weeks, he's actually been there over the Christmas break. And I want to bring James on the video today because he obviously experienced a lot of interesting things by backpacking throughout that area of the world, which is a second world country. And I wanted him to share some of his experience with you. So if you ever decide to go to South America, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you can say that again.
So James, what could you tell people is something you learned as an insight in even preparing for the travel? Like obviously you had to be cautious with how you're saving money. Like,
oh, absolutely.
What would you tell people to inspire them to get out there and travel?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just do it. There's nothing holding you back. Just take those daily disciplines and just plan for the trip. I literally just saved every single week. I took $100 off every check every week and saved, knowing the flight was going to cost about $1,000.
Right.
But just get out and do it. We traveled all through the north of Argentina for a whole week. We went from into three different provinces in a span of a week, jumping from plane to plane to plane. For two of us, it cost us about $600.
And what do you believe that process caused within you? Did it change something seeing that much in a 6-day period where most 6-day periods of your life, you're going from home to work? What happened in those 6 days to you? What do you think?
Oh man, just realizing that it is possible and seeing that much in the span of a week, I was like, wow, like my palate was full and I was energized and I wanted more. I was like, as soon as I got back to Buenos Aires, with the main capital of Argentina, after we'd done the whole week of traveling, I was like, I want more.
Right.
Like this.
You're hungry for more.
I was hungry for more. Like knowing that was a very good question, because knowing that you can do that much in one day, traveling that much in one day. We literally drove 5 hours to one place, saw the whole area, came back 5 hours, got up and did it again the next day. So packing your whole week of traveling or of anything, knowing, like I said, kind of the beginning, anything was possible. You just set your mind to it and just plan properly for it and just enjoy the freaking process. Which is beautiful. That's magical.
And would you say that now that you're back, do you feel different than before you left?
Oh, a huge difference in
what's changed?
Appreciation.
Okay.
Complete and utter appreciation for this beautiful country, for the opportunity that I have here, that I can literally go out and do whatever the heck I want here. The economy in Argentina isn't as stable. Their currency devaluation because of their economy just dropped by 30%. So imagine having $100,000 in the bank and it dropping to $70,000 just because of the economy.
Almost overnight.
Not stable at all. So not only that, I just have a huge appreciation because you'll see literally going from block to block to block, driving down the road, you'll see complete different contrasts of poverty-stricken area versus a nicer area. So you'll see the polar opposites, and just knowing that people, it's like looking at like people actually live in there. It just blew my mind. Like I was saying, we went up to Cachi in the middle of the desert. It was people there had running water, but they managed to live their life there. They chose to live there, and it's like I have a roof over my head. I have money in the bank. I can literally do whatever I want. So can you. There's nothing really holding us back. But knowing I could literally do all that in the span of one day, see all that, and could do so much more. And literally planning for all of it, and like just going back to the appreciation and the gratitude for being here, for just walking through the forest like this, hanging out with you,
right,
and just being in utter happiness and bliss. It changed my whole perspective. So it's
and I think it sounds like you really gained that like utter happiness and bliss because you challenged yourself and did something that how many people go to a second world country and just, backpack for 6 or 7 days and then, just getting to experience a whole new culture. So you expanded your reality.
Oh, completely. Because Shane, I've actually never been outside of North America.
Wow.
Because I've traveled to the US and it's like, okay, it's kind of similar to Canada.
Right.
I know, maybe not.
Waffle houses.
Exactly. It's kind of similar to Canada, not too different, but Argentina, like South America in itself, is so much history to it. Like Canada itself is under 200 years old. These buildings in Argentina have been there since 1600. Since the 1600s, like the amount of history and the energy and the vibration coming from those buildings,
right,
that you can see and you pass through, and it's awesome. It's so eye-opening.
Wow.
It is incredible to be able to see and to know that I can just get up and go do that,
Right.
because people in Argentina can't do that.
Right.
They can't just get up and leave that country because most of their money is locked up in the banks. They
Right.
can't even withdraw their money because the government holds on to it.
Wow.
It's a beautiful country. I'm not bashing it, but the economy and the corruption is a lot higher than here.
So really,
sure.
really what the take home there is, be so appreciative that, you know, how many times you've had a trouble at a bank to be able to pull your money out. Sure, there's restrictions. You can only pull so much out at one time, but there's never a question of, of course I can go get my money. It just might take a little while to pull it all out. So
Yeah.
that alone, just the freedom that we do have in places like North America, if you're watching from Canada especially. And of course, because this is a health vlog, health video vlog, spiritual
Absolutely.
gangsterism, a little mix with personal development James is dropping there. Of course, I got to ask about the food.
Oh, dude.
South American, Argentinian food. What was it like, bro? They talked to us about the diet.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. It's from the health side, and obviously learning this journey with you through the health side, but seeing the cows, seeing horses, everything all free range. Like literally you'll see, we're driving through the mountains, like probably 3,000 feet up, you'll see a cow really up off in the distance. So they're
Shut your ears, vegans. So what are you going to say next?
Exactly. So no, but it's just to say that it's all free range. There's no organic there. It's just natural. Everything's made that morning. Like the bakery, they'll bring in the bread. We saw the guy come into the coffee shop with the bag of bread, fresh made that morning. So the vegetables there were delicious. You can tell, completely different from here.
Taste-wise?
Taste-wise, yeah, absolutely. They have a lot of meats, like a lot of really meats called asado. Probably, hopefully I'm saying that right if you're any of you South American. But yeah, the food there was phenomenal. A lot of bread because it is fairly from the Spain Italian descent where their influence comes from. So a lot of pizza, a lot of cheese, a lot of bread, as I said.
I'm going to take it too that because the bread is baked fresh there, it's not been genetically modified, that I'm going to guess it's probably pretty rare to come across people with a gluten sensitivity.
It's true. It's very true. I actually went to Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I usually try to get my gluten-free, not gluten-free, sorry, lactose-free.
Right.
And lactose-free drink. It doesn't exist. Like lactose.
They don't have lactose.
They don't have lactose-free. They're like, what are you talking about? They're like, we have skinny milk, and that was it. Same thing with gluten. They very, very rarely will you ever see anything with gluten-free because everything is so natural there. Everything's handmade. It's so beautiful. And yeah, the food, the sweets, you have to try it. Like I want to open up my own business, bringing all the great things here. Like empanadas, the ice cream is delicious.
Leche, you were mentioning.
Yeah, dulce de leche is a huge staple. The facturas, the churros, amazing foods.
I think also one last element we'll drop here. Say hi to the plane going overhead. It's going to Argentina. I think one last...
Could be you, bro.
Could be me.
A couple months.
Maybe Peru next. The one last thing I want to mention is that caught my ear was when you were saying that people who go to the cafes, it's almost like an hour affair when you're there. Like it's...
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
How you doing? Oh, it's okay. You can keep going.
Yeah,
hey,
of
puppy.
course.
It's like almost an hour affair when you go into a cafe, James says. It's like the relaxed mindset people have in those areas that it's not so rush. And do you want to make a comment about that, James?
Yeah, no, absolutely. The people there, the service is unparalleled to here. Absolutely. When you go into cafes, going to any restaurant, they expect you to sit down for at least an hour and a half, minimum. Like, we tried to even get out of the cafe there. We'd go under an hour, wasn't happening. We're like, yeah, can you get our receipt? And it's like 30, 40 minutes later, brings the bill. Because that's the relaxed attitude it is. Like, they want you to enjoy the experience. They want you to enjoy the environment. They want you to come back. Because this is their job. This is their livelihood.
Right.
The service there is like, they deserve their tip. 3,000%. I had no problem giving them the tip. The guy would bring us pizza, hold the pizza, cut it in front of us, scoop off a slice, and put it on each of our plates. So the service there was amazing, and it's a lot more laid back. They work their butt off, don't get me wrong. Like, they still work hard.
Right.
Like, you see kids on the side of the road who are pretty much homeless, probably 10 years old, but they work their butt off. They actually do something, and don't come beg for money, and they'll come clean your window.
Right.
Because they have to. They have no other way. This is their livelihood. This is what they have to do.
They hustle.
Oh, they're hustlers, complete hustlers. So I kind of picked that up as well, being there and being in that environment. Like, these kids are 10 years old and they got to do what they got to do. So why can't I? I have all the opportunity here. I have all the resources here. I have stable banks, stable economy. What's really holding me back?
And I think that's an awesome place to end what he just said, because that just goes to show you, in my experience traveling to Ecuador as well, right, very, you know, South America enough, what I experienced as well was I came back with a sense of appreciation and gratitude that you just can't get from reading a book. You can't get from writing it or saying it out loud. You just have to go and experience another culture and see how they live. Because now James is coming back, seeing 10-year-old kids hustling, seeing how relaxed you actually could be. And it's a whole new appreciation for the way of life you live, and you bring back something with you.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys took some benefit from that idea, and I hope you get your asses traveling. Of course, you heard James. He smiles. He's loving it, and I'm sure there's more trips coming down the pipeline.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, more warmer ones. I mean, coming back to cold Canada, -20 weather, or -10. I got off the plane in shorts and flip-flops, but it's refreshing.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing you in your next trip. I know he's going to be doing a lot of traveling, as will I, and we'll update you along the way. I think we should ask them to send us their videos traveling as well.
Please do.
So I got a lot of other places I want to go, and I want to see more videos like this.
So yeah, anyone who's gone back from traveling recently, especially with the holidays, please just post down below what your experiences were coming back and what you learned, so that way you can inspire more people to travel, because the world's a beautiful place. Let's go visit it. So as always, remember to live your truth. Peace.